Okay, so really quickly, a lot of y'all had questions on converting an improper to a mixed number. So basically an improper is a fraction that has a larger numerator than denominator. So let's say if I have something like 15 over 4. You can obviously see it's an improper because again, my numerator is bigger than my denominator. We cannot leave a fraction like this. So let's say if I'm multiplying and I get my answer 15 over 4. From there, I need to do the same thing I would normally do. Top in, bottom out. And I would just divide it. Now, instead of turning it into a decimal, we're going to stop, and I'll show you where. So in this case, my 15 goes in, 4 goes out, and I would go ahead and divide like I normally would. In this case, 4 goes into 15, 3 times 12. 4 times 3 gives me 12. I subtract and I have 3 that's left. So I'm going to quickly label what this is going to look like. So in this case, my remainder is going to be my numerator. Of course, my 4 is the same thing. It's going to stay the same. That's going to be my denominator. And this 3 at the top, that would be my whole number. And again, this is something to know, to write down, so you can be able to determine what your fraction would look like. So in this case, when I convert and put this all into a mixed number, it'll be 3 and 3 over 4. Let's try another one. And again, remember which one is. So again, my remainder is going to be my numerator. My denominator is usually going to stay that same number that was at the bottom before. It'll be the same thing. And then my whole number is going to be at the top as my answer. Let's go over another one. Let's go over a few of them just to see whether we got it or not. So again, let's try another one. Let's try 22 over 10. Again, this is another improper fraction. We cannot have that. Top goes in, bottom goes out. And so here, all we're saying is how many times can 10 go into 22? Which is 2 times. 2 times 10, that gives me 20, and I have 2 left over. So using that same information from the top, we know that this would be my whole number. So 2. This would be my numerator, 2 over 10, because my denominator does not change. I cannot leave it like this because now it needs to be reduced. So now we have my mixed number. Now let's reduce it. Divided by 2, divided by 2. So that gives me 2 as my whole number, 1 over 5. Let's try one more. Let's say if we have 38 over 6. Okay? Again, I can either reduce it down or just go ahead and divide it, then reduce it, however you want to do it. But I'm going to go ahead and just top in, bottom out, the same thing I've been doing. 38, 6. How many times can 38 or 6 go into 38? 6 can go into 38 6 times, and I have 2 left over. So using the same information over here, we know that this number would be my whole number, my numerator, my denominator. And I can reduce right here. I'm going to divide it by 2. And that's going to give me 6 and 1/3. And there goes my answer. Here goes a few practice problems. Yes, you can look at individually or by yourself. But let's just go over one more just to ensure that we have it. So in this case, let's look at A, and then you could try B and C by yourself. So the same process. Top goes in, bottom goes out. 25 goes in, 8 goes out. We know that 8 goes into 3 times, 1 left over. Whole number is 3, numerator 1, denominator 8. Go ahead and try the rest by yourself.